Welcome back. You're watching All About Ads on NDTV Profit. In the entire business of advertising, images play a crucial role. Anandita Kumar now explores the business of buying images online.
These are images you might be familiar with. You've probably seen them on your daily newspaper, a magazine, a hoarding, an internet pop-up or a brochure you've received. But did you know that besides the creative team in an ad agency, it's photo stock agencies that are behind some of the most spectacular images?
It was somewhere in the 2001 and 2002 when the advertising boom started happening. A lot of MNCs started coming into India, and the use of images in advertising also increased a lot. And with a little bit of cost constraint coming into the budgets over there, that's where that ad agencies started looking for stock agencies. Because vis-a-vis getting a shoot done to using a stock image, the budget is almost 1/10 of it. And it also gives you the freedom to choose the images beforehand.
These stock agencies are available online, and the leading players include Getty Images, Corbis and Jupiter. But more recently, Indian photo stock companies like India Picture, Visage, Denodia and Images Bazaar have begun to make their presence felt, especially with an increasing demand for Indian images.
The biggest need of the hour is the time constraint. Nobody has time. Like, clients don't have time, agencies don't have time, and whatever they want it now. And the biggest problem with a customized shoot is that even after spending so much of money, even after hiring a big team and like spending 15 to 20 days and lakhs of rupees, still the agency as well as the client is not too sure whether they are going to get what they want.
The photo stock industry globally stands at a whopping $2.5 to $2.7 billion, compared to India, which is only a mere $6.3 to $7.6 million. What is interesting is that there is a 40% growth in this industry in India because of the shift from commission shoots to using stock images. However, one complaint from art directors and creatives across agencies seems to be the lack of good Indian images. Indian faces, even the Indianness, seen through the eyes of an Indian. It's because of this dearth that creatives are compelled to use international images for Indian brands.
When you hit a Corbis or a Getty Images, you have images which have some kind of a richness, certain kind of texture, certain kind of depth, certain kind of mood that you're looking for. But in India, you don't really have that. There are clients who say, I want to look at layouts with Indian kind of references, and you just don't know how to do it, except probably take up your own illustration or a sketch and a scribble, and you say this is how it is, or you try hard to explain, hey, there's a blonde in the image, but it'll be an Indian model finally.
We did find a dearth of Indian images over here with Indian models and with Indian environment as such. And now since the last 6 months to 1 year is what we are promoting our photographers to shoot that. I fully agree with what the comment the agencies have given, that there are less images with Indian models and Indian environment, but I'm sure in the next 1.5 years this would really change.
So that's good news for all you advertisers, with stock agencies promising to stock up Indian images. But how does one really go about acquiring an image?
The copyright of the image always remains with the photographer, and that's how we work. So whenever you license an image, you're licensing the right to use that image. So it could be for a fixed period of time, or it could be for that 1 MB or a size of an image. So if it's a royalty-free image, then you say that I'm giving you a 5 MB file to be used by you. You can't really transfer the right to anybody else, and only you can use it. And if it's a rights-managed image, then you will just say that for 2 months or for 5 months, for this stipulated period and usage, I'm giving you the right to use the image. Once that period is over, then you need to relicense that image again. So that means you need to pay again for that. And at that point of time, anybody else can also license the image. So it's not a rights protected image, it's a rights managed or a royalty free image. If you want to protect the rights, then you have to pay extra.
So with the increasing trend of relying more on stock photography than actually shooting it, one wonders if that takes away any credit from art directors at ad agencies.
Art directors, they might feel that, hey, if I am using a picture somebody else has shot, then maybe I am compromising on creativity. But I would say those who are good creative art directors, they would want to think my decision of using something is what my contribution really is. Whether I have shot or whether I have used a stock image, my decision to go for the best one, and if it is working for me, that's a good decision for an art director.
Many creatives, however, also admit to touch-ups on images to avoid paying for images. The success of the stock image market has now given way to stock footage as well. Not yet available among Indian agencies, but international agencies like Getty and Corbis have been in the business for quite some time.
What happened maybe to the stock image business maybe 10 years ago is what has started happening to the stock footage of it. And what is fueling this growth is now the convergence. You have you have video on your mobile, you have video on the website, you have video which you see it on your laptop. So with the convergence and with the digital media coming up, the digital resolution is very good from say broadcast to any other purpose as such. If you want an opening shot of a mountain, you don't necessarily want to go and shoot a mountain. You can basically get a stock footage of that. Or if you want to establish Delhi, you can get stock footage of that also. So I'm sure in times to come, a lot of stock footage in India also would be going the same way as still images have gone.
So if you're someone capable of writing some good copy, all you need to do is license an image from any one of these photo stock agencies, and you can actually create your own print ad or brochure or whatever else it is. Even if you're a company and cannot afford to hire an ad agency, you can easily at least manage to create your own print material. It's really not that difficult. You might not win an award for it, but it can surely serve the purpose. So it's not just ad agencies, but more so the photo stock agencies that play an integral role in advertising campaigns. So the next time you see a beautiful image, remember it could be a photographer somewhere who's managed to capture that perfect moment. And while this industry is still at a very nascent stage in India, experts are bullish on the future of this market. One more thing, if you're an aspiring photographer, graphic designer or an art director wanting to get into a creative field, photo agencies might just be a great career option for you. In New Delhi, Ananta Kumar for NDTV.
Saif Ali Khan.